Hi, let's try to solve this question. This question is taken from SPM 2022, Paper 2, Section C, and it is from your Form 5 Math, Chapter 7, Linear Programming. Now let's look at these questions. A factory produces guagua juice and watermelon juice. Due to the limitation on production capacity, the factory can produce at most 180 packs of juice in a day. The number of packs of watermelon juice produced exceeds the number of packs of guagua juice is less than 60 packs. The demand for the number of packs of watermelon juice is at least 1/2 of the number of packs of guagua juice. Okay, so for the first part, we want to write three linear inequality other than x is greater than or equal to 0 and y is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, now in a day, the factory produces X packs of guagua juice. So guagua juice, we use X to represent them, the number of packs, and we use Y to represent the number of packs of watermelon juice. So I would suggest you to write down all the important information so that easier for us to form the inequality. Now we have guagua juice and we have watermelon juice. This is X. This is Y. Okay, now let's look at this sentence first. The factory can produce at most, when you see at most, you know you need to use this inequality sign. At most 180 packs of juice in a day. So the first inequality will be X plus Y is less than or equal to 180. Okay, this is formed by looking this sentence. Okay, now let's go to the second sentence over here. The number of packs of watermelon juice produced exceeds the number of packs of guagua juice. So this is more than this. So I'm going to write y minus x, more than it. It's less than 60 packs. Okay, let's look one more time. The number of pack of watermelon juice produced more than exceeds the number of pack of guagua juice is less than 60 pack. Okay, now the watermelon is more than the guagua juice. Okay, now the demand for the number of pack. Okay, let me use another color for the last inequality. The demand for the number of pack of watermelon juice at least 1/2 of the number of packs of guagua juice. Okay, so these are the three inequalities that we can form based on the given constraint. So this will be the answer for part A. Okay, now let's go to part B. Using a scale of 2 cm to 20 packs on both axes, it means that 20, 40, 60, 80, and so on. Control and shaded region are which satisfy all the above constraints. Okay, now these are the three inequalities that we formed just now. X plus y less than or equal to 180, y minus x less than 60, and y is greater than or equal to 1/2x. Okay, now we need to draw these three straight lines. X plus y equal to 180, y minus x equal to 60, and y is equal to 1/2x. So it's very important you need to know that you need to use dotted line or solid line. So for this one, right, less than or equal to, we will be using solid line. This one is solid line. How about this one? Less than, we will be using dotted line. How about this one? Greater than or equal to, we will use solid line. Okay, so to draw a straight line, we just need 2 points. I think it should be no problem, right? So you just choose any value that you think is easier for you to calculate to get the 2 points, and then you just connect the 2 points together. For example, okay, let me take this one as an example to explain to you. Now, y minus x is equal to 60. So you can set the value of x to any value that you like, and you can plot inside here. So let's say, for example, you set the value of x become 200, for example, then it's not suitable, right? Because here you cannot see 200. Okay, now I set the value of x be 0. So here I'm going to change to be 0. Y minus 0 is equal to 60. Therefore, y is equal to 60. This is the way how I get 60. So how about this one? I set it to 80. If you don't want to use it, set it as 80, you can use others value. 60, for example, 40 is okay. Now I use 60, so I'm going to write this y minus x is equal to 60, so the same thing. But now I will change the value of x become 80. Y minus 80 is equal to 60. So y is equal to 60 plus 80, which is 140. So this is the way how I get 140. Okay, so the rest using the same method. After you calculated all this, you can start to plot and draw the line. Okay, now let's look at this one first. 0, 180 will be here. 180 will be here. So connect these 2 points together, solid line. Okay, because less than or equal to 0, 60 here, 80, 140 here, dotted line, less than. Go up like this. Okay, the last one. 0, 0 will be here, and 150, a solid line, greater than or equal to solid line. Okay, so the next part is to shade the region. So to shade the region, as I told before, make sure that you write y on the left hand side and start to read the inequality. Okay, there are 2 things you need to pay attention. First, write the y on the left hand side, and second, make sure the coefficient of y is positive, and then read the inequality from left to right. Let me give an example. Now, if let's say I have an inequality, x is greater than, less than or equal to, for example, y. Now, so some students might be thinking this is less than or equal to shaded below, which is not correct. As I told you, you have to write the y on your left hand side. X is less than or equal to y. This means that y is greater than or equal to x. So you should shade above, not below. Okay, this is the first thing you need to pay attention. Second thing, let me give you an example. Okay, now let's look at this one. X minus y is greater than or equal to 1. So y already on the left hand side, right? So some students will start to determine the region that where you need to shade. They see greater than or equal to above, but it's not above, it's below. Why? As I told you just now, 2 things you need to pay attention. Make sure that you write y on the left hand side and the coefficient of y is positive. Now this is negative, right? So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to multiply the whole equation by -1, and don't forget, when you multiply the multiply the whole inequality. When you multiply the whole inequality by a negative number, remember to flip over the inequality sign. Now you see it, less than or equal to is below. Okay, so you need to pay attention on these 2 things. Okay, now x plus y less than or equal to 180, less than or equal to, which is over here. I just make some marking first. How about this one? Y minus x less than 60, which is over here. Okay, last one. Y is greater than or equal to 100. Y is greater than or equal to 1 over 2x, which is over here. Now you know where the reason that you need to shade, right? Here. You cannot shade here because we have another 2 given inequality, which is x greater than or equal to 0, because x is the number of peg, right? Y also same thing, greater than or equal to 0. Because it's number of peg, it cannot be negative. Okay, so you know that you need to shade here. Okay, so this will be the region that we need to shade. Now let's go back to, we have done this part and this part. Okay, now let's go back to the question, part C. State the maximum number of pack of guagua juice. So if you have written this, it's very easy. We want to maximum number of pack of guagua, which means maximum value of x. Okay, then go back to our graph. Look for maximum value of x. Now look at this is our feasible region, maximum value of x will be 120. So this one you don't have to calculate. Just get the answer directly from your graph. This is 120. Okay, here. How about the second part? Due to an increase in the price of guagua on a particular day, each pack of guagua juice causes a loss of 5 ringgit and 50 cents. The profit for each pack of watermelon juice is 40 ringgit. If the factory has produced 80 pack of watermelon juice, you mean y equal to 80, y equal to 80, on that day, calculate the maximum profit obtained. We need to know what is the value of x. So since we want maximum profit obtained, right? And the guagua juice causes a loss. Therefore, we need to minimize. We need to take the minimum number of pack for guagua juice so that we can minimize our loss. Okay. So here, now let's go to our graph. Y is equal to 80. Why? Because 80 pack of watermelon juice. Watermelon is y. Okay, now look at our graph. Look at this line. 80, right? Just now. Okay, yeah, 80. Now, you will notice that the minimum number of the guagua juice, which is x, some students might be thinking 20, right? But 20 cannot be accepted. Why? Because this is a dotted line. Any point that fall on this dotted line, we cannot accept it. If this is a solid line, then we can use 20. Therefore, we cannot use 20, and we need to use 21. 21. You get what I mean? This is 20, so we need to, 20 cannot be used, right? Because dotted line means that fall on the straight line is not accepted. So we need to use 21. So now I'm going to use this point to help me to calculate the profit, the maximum profit. Okay, so now 21. So this is loss, so I'm going to add a negative for it. 550 cents plus, okay, this is maximum profit. Maximum profit. And this is profit. This is earning. This is 4 ringgit and 40 cents, right? 4 ringgit and 40 cents. Oh, sorry, not 4 ringgit 40 cents. 40 ringgit. 40 ringgit. Okay, this is 40 ringgit. Now just press your calculator. 21 times negative 5.5 plus 80 times 40. Okay, so the maximum profit will be 3,084 ringgit and 50 cents. Okay, this is the answer for this part. That's all for this video. See you in the next video. Bye bye.